First tonight on News 3, there's a rise in suicides in a small Dane County village, and it's rekindling the conversation about mental health.
A traffic nightmare this morning. A chemical truck goes up in flames on one of the busiest highways in the state.
And Sun Prairie Strong is on full display. We have updated numbers from yesterday's telethon.
This is News 3 at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. The Mount Horeb community is having a discussion about mental health following at least 3 youth suicides within the past year.
Mount Horeb police confirmed 2 suicides just this month. Another death that is being investigated as a possible suicide. Rose Schmidt spent the day in Mount Horeb and shares one family's story in hopes that it prevents another tragedy. Rose?
That's right. 19-year-old Joseph Larson liked to play video games and watch YouTube videos like most teenage boys. His parents say they knew that he had challenges that he had to overcome, but when they first got the call saying he had died, they didn't believe it.
The thing that people do remember most about Joseph was just his big, vibrant smile.
Joseph Larson's family says it's a smile that he was quick to share with everyone he met around Mount Horeb.
He was known for taking walks around town very often. He loved to do that, loved to be outside.
His mom, Heidi, says he loved bringing smiles to people's faces while he worked at Culver's and was involved in a program for 18 to 21-year-olds through the Mount Horeb Area School District.
He was just in a really good place, we thought, so we could not have been more dumbfounded when it happened.
Joseph died on July 6th at the age of 19.
For him to not realize, the impact that he had on other people's lives, the many ways that he will be missed, not just by us, but by many.
The Mount Horeb Mental Health Coalition says the conversation about mental health issues now has to happen for kids as young as 9 or 10. The coalition is concerned that children look to social media to find self-worth. The police chief says the number of suicides has increased in Mount Horeb recently, but it's not necessarily a village or school district issue, but rather a societal one. As for Joseph, his mom has some advice for other parents.
Keep pressing them for answers, keep trying to get them the help that they need, and make sure that they're really okay and that they're not just wearing a mask.
And the Larson family wants to help break down the stigma of what depression or anxiety could look like.
The face of mental illness often wears a smile.
And it's a smile they won't soon forget. The Mental Health Coalition and the school district are planning an open forum to talk about mental health on August 2nd. And this Saturday, Culver's in Mount Horeb is donating 25% of its sales to Joseph's family. If you or someone you know needs help, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. We also have resources on the Time to Talk part of our website. Head over to channel3000.com.
Rose Schmidt in our news center tonight. Rose, thank you.
The Fitchburg Police Department will be holding another meeting tonight to discuss a recent spike in gun violence and violent crime in some pockets of the city. That meeting will be at the Head Start Center off Red Arrow Trail at 6:30. This is the second of 2 community meetings this week. Big problems this morning for drivers near the Marquette Interchange in Milwaukee. A car hit a construction trailer just after 3 this morning. The driver got out unharmed, but the car and trailer burst into flames. Firefighters let the fire burn for some time while they determined exactly what they were dealing with. A foreman told first responders the trailer contained flammable chemicals. So firefighters pulled back, called for hazmat crews, and evacuated the area.
A third of voters in Wisconsin are still undecided tonight, headed into the primary election, now less than a month away. Among Democrats for governor, State Superintendent Tony Evers remains in the lead, increasing his lead 6 points over the July poll. You'll see by this graphic no other candidate in the race makes it to double digits, but 38% of voters say they still don't know who they'll support in that August 14th primary. The story's similar in the Republican race for U.S. Senate, although the lead has switched since June. State Senator Leah Bookmeyer now leads former Marine Kevin Nicholson 34 to 32%. That is a switch from last month, as we mentioned. But again, 30% of voters are undecided. And the margin of error of the roughly 270 voters polled here is 7%.
Let's turn it over to weather now. Another gorgeous summer day. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is in the Weather Center. Dave?
Some changes are on the way, though, Charlotte, especially as we get into Friday with a little bit more humidity on the way. But for tomorrow, our storm chances are going up. But it is a beautiful night for tonight. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam looking at 80 degrees this evening. Calm wind dew point at 57. It's a great looking sky right now. Temperatures in some other spots in Watertown, we're at 77, 79 in Janesville, 76 in Monroe, still at 82 in Boscobel. Dew points in the 50s and 60s, comfortable, tolerable for this time of year with high pressure just off to our east. We have that southeasterly wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. This evening, temperatures falling through the 80s into the 70s and into the upper 60s by later this evening. Partly cloudy and pleasant. We'll time out the rain chances over the next couple of days in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave. A brief scare today in Sun Prairie after a contractor hit another gas line this morning. A We Energy spokeswoman said the company was notified before 8:30 a.m. that a contractor hit a line in the 400 block of Badinger Court. They say the gas was shut off about 15 minutes later. The spokeswoman says the situation is under control and the flow of gas has stopped.
As for the situation downtown today, the Sun Prairie Police Department giving us a brief update. They say it is still a very active and involved death investigation. The department says it is days away from releasing that site to non-law enforcement entities for cleaning it up and rebuilding. Right now, there is not a timetable of when they'll be in position to determine if any criminal charges will be filed. We'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who contributed to our day-long telethon yesterday to keep Sun Prairie strong.
Thanks to your help, more than $163,000 was raised, and it will all stay in the Sun Prairie community. Amanda Quintana is here with reaction from the Bank of Sun Prairie.
Yes, well, it is overwhelming for them. The Bank of Sun Prairie set up the Disaster Relief Fund as a way to help the community recover and rebuild. The explosion was close to home for them, just a block away from the bank, but they never imagined they'd raise this much money. That final total, $163,517. And that's just the donations from our telethon yesterday. Other businesses still have fundraisers planned for later this week. The Bank of Sun Prairie is partly shocked, but they knew the community would come together because that's just what Sun Prairie is all about.
We really felt this is going to be a huge opportunity for the community. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, gosh, if we could just raise 50 or 75,000, that's just going to be a huge win. And here we are talking about $163,000, just amazing.
Funds will go directly to the victims and to two organizations, the area's resource center called Sunshine Place and the emergency food pantry located inside. Through those two nonprofits, the money will pay for first month's rent and security deposits for displaced families, clothes and children's beds, then food and dignity items like soap and shampoo. So again, thank you to everyone who donated, also to our volunteers who answered the phones for the entire 18 hours. It's really amazing.
It's remarkable, but not surprising because this community is so giving.
It's great.
Great to be a part of it as well. Amanda, thank you.
Thanks.
The Culvers in Sun Prairie was also running a special yesterday benefiting the victims. 50% of sales all day yesterday went to the Barr and Welch families. Today, we are told they raised more than $20,000.
Another fundraiser going on tonight, Sun Prairie, this time at Marcus Palace Cinema. All day today until midnight, movie ticket prices are lowered to $5. And when you buy a popcorn, half of that cost will go to the Sun Prairie relief effort.
We feel very blessed to be in the community and, very strong community. We see story after story and we're very thankful to be in this community and, want to do our part.
And he says if popcorn isn't your thing, but you'd still like to donate, there are donation boxes located throughout the movie theater.
There are also several other fundraisers happening right now all around the area. To check them out, we have them posted on our website, channel3000.com. Still to come tonight, what's next for the old Monterey Dam in Janesville?
Plus, a Wisconsin U.S. Senator trying to help all Wisconsinites when it comes to watching the Packers this fall. We'll tell you about this so-called Go Pack Go Act. That's next at 6.
Welcome back. We are less than 2 months away from the start of the NFL season.
And Charlotte can't wait. Today, Wisconsin U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin introducing a new bill. It's called the Go Pack Go Act. It's to make sure all Wisconsinites can watch Packers games. Currently, there are 13 counties in the state that get out-of-state local TV stations from either Minnesota or Michigan, which, unfortunately for them, as painful as it may seem, they have to watch Vikings games or Lions games when those teams are playing at the same time as the green and gold. So this bill would require cable and satellite providers to offer Wisconsin subscribers access to Packers broadcasts.
Promega Corporation is officially breaking ground today on the new research and development facility on its Fitchburg campus on East Sherrill Parkway. According to a release, the 270,000 square foot, $190 million building will be the largest real estate investment in both size and cost in the company's 40-year history.
For many years, we've been in a relatively small 65,000 square foot building. And a couple of years ago, we realized we've just simply outgrown that facility. And knowing how long it takes to design and then actually build another facility, we decided we better get started.
He says this will be a 2-year project, hoping to move in during the fall of 2020. 130 employees will move into the new building, and over the course of 5 years, 100 new employees will also be hired. One of Janesville's oldest dams continues to be torn down today.
Now city officials are focusing on what the site will be like in the future. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us in our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with what this historic area will look like in years to come. Adam?
Well, the Monterey Dam is more than 150 years old, but like you said, now city officials are focused on what this site could be in the future. Now, demolition continued today on the dam with it being transitioned into the new thing. Now, it's going to have fishing, kayaking, and even canoeing, and this is a shakeup that even those working on the project admit will take some time getting used to.
It's changed, it's different, and it's, you know, the dam's been in the city for a long time, about 150 years, but it's definitely changed, but we like to view it as progress.
The demolition of the dam is scheduled to finish soon, but plan on the rebuilding and remodeling effort to take years. And one of the major concerns as of today is with the water level lowering, some debris is becoming more and more visible. The city officials I talked to said that you can count on someone coming in to clear that out, but not until September.
A project they've been talking about for a long time. Adam Duxter in Rock County tonight. Adam, thank you. And still to come at 6, a Milwaukee brewer under some fire tonight.
And that's for some past racial and homophobic comments. We'll have Josh Hader's response just ahead in sports.
Our next storm system arrives tomorrow, but will the showers stick around for this weekend? I'll have your first alert forecast next.
Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is here now with a look at your forecast.
We could use a little bit of rain, and I do think that over the next couple of days, some showers and thunderstorms will visit southern Wisconsin once again. But tonight, another beautiful night on the way. We're looking at that slow-moving low-pressure system. This is another case like we had a few weeks ago where the low-pressure system just doesn't have a lot of support with it, so it's going to take its sweet time getting here and its sweet time getting out of here as well. So for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we are looking at least a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. But for tonight, that is not the case. And as I mentioned, we can use a little bit of rain, only about 1.6 inches of rain so far in the month of July for Madison. That's a little bit below normal for this time of year. I would say about 3/4 of an inch to an inch behind schedule for this time of the month. Here are the July rain totals over the past 6 years. Over the last 2 years, actually last 3 years, I should say, we've had some pretty rainy Julys with us. The exception is 2014, where we barely got to 1 inch of rain over the entire month, and 2013 and 2012 were twins of 4 inches of rain. We'll see what end of the spectrum we come out on. No rain today. In fact, a beautiful sunrise on the WISC-TV Skycam. Then we saw those clouds build in for the afternoon, and they're still with us into this evening on the WISC-TV Skycam. Currently at 80 degrees, a calm wind. That dew point at 57 degrees, so still pretty calm and nice outside. Really not looking at a lot of humidity coming in, although it is a bit on the increase over the next couple of days. Temperatures are in the 70s and 80s across southern Wisconsin this evening. We're in the 50s and low 60s. Comfortable, tolerable in dew point land. High temperature trend over the next couple of days. We're actually going to be a few degrees below average. A trip into the 70s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're back into the 80s on Sunday and Monday. Average temperatures into Monday, as we head into Monday, I should say, actually start to go down. So we've reached that point of the year where average temperatures aren't going up, but in the other direction. Another sign that time is passing, and it's passing pretty quickly. Future track showing this high pressure system continuing to move off to the east. We'll still enjoy some nice weather into tonight and early tomorrow, but then folks, this low pressure system finally makes its way into southern Wisconsin. We'll have a warm front coming through, and that could spark some showers into tomorrow afternoon and evening, and also on Friday with that low pressure system taking its sweet time. Tonight, partly cloudy, comfy and milder with temperatures in the low 60s. Into tomorrow, highs will be in the upper 70s, becoming mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms starting to spark up in the afternoon and evening. Temperatures falling into the low 60s tonight into tomorrow morning. Clouds on the increase, and so will those showers and thunderstorm chances. They'll be with us Thursday into Friday. You can actually see this low pressure system moving so slowly that this circulation actually showing up on future track. So over the next couple of days, possibly about a half an inch to an inch of rain that we could pretty badly use across the area. And we still will have some slight shower chances with us on Saturday, but then on Sunday we do start to lose those. Maybe some more slight shower chances on Monday with temperatures in the 80s, but then back into the 70s and near 80 Tuesday and Wednesday. Some more storms could visit us on Thursday.
Josh Hader won't be suspended, but he did have some explaining to do over some offensive tweets 7 years ago. The story's coming up in sports.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, many are desperate to help after an explosion rocked downtown Sun Prairie a week ago. We're going to tell you what you need to look out, though, for giving money. It's all first on Fox.
Major League Baseball says Brewers reliever Josh Hader is required to take sensitivity training after a series of old tweets came out during last night's All-Star game. 7 years ago on social media, Hader sent out racist and anti-gay tweets when he was a teenager. Hader grew up in Millersville, Maryland, just south of Baltimore. No surprise that after the All-Star game last night, Hader was the center of attention of the media. Here's how he responded to his controversial comments on social media.
I was 17 years old, and as a child, I was immature, and I obviously said some things that were inexcusable. That doesn't reflect on who I am as a person today, and that's just what it is. There's no excuse for what was said, and I'm deeply sorry for what I've said and what's been going on, and like I said, that doesn't reflect any of my beliefs going on now.
Well, Hader had a rough night on the field, too, in the All-Star game. Former Brewer Gene Segura hit a 3-run homer off him. Another former Brewer, Scooter Gennett, later hit a 2-run homer to force extra innings. But one current Brewer did have a night to remember. Christian Yelich, a solo homer for the National League in the 8th. But the American League won its 6th straight All-Star game, 10-8. There were a record 10 home runs hit in that game. The Brewers get back to their regular season Friday when they host the Los Angeles Dodgers and their likely new shortstop Manny Machado, who's expected to be traded any minute now. Most of baseball is off until Friday. The only game Thursday has the Cubs at St. Louis. Big trade became official in the NBA today as the San Antonio Spurs traded Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors send DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a first-round pick to the Spurs. Leonard said earlier he wanted no part of going to Toronto, but guess what? He's now in Toronto. The latest announcement from the UW Athletic Hall of Fame is rower Chris Thorsness, who will be inducted into the Hall in September. Thorsness is from Anchorage, Alaska, joined the UW rowing team in 1978. She's a 2-time Olympian who won a gold medal in Los Angeles in 1984. She'll be only the second women's crew member in the UW Athletic Hall of Fame, joining her Olympic teammate, Carrie Graves. And this is the trophy that goes to the winner of the Madison Women's City Golf Championship that wrapped up today at Cherokee. As usual, some pretty good players in the field, like Lindsay Koth, who played collegiately at the University of Colorado. Here's a nice approach on the 9th hole today. Koth betters her score at Bishops Bay yesterday with 80 today. She finished 6th. Your champion is Katie Elliott, the former state high school champion at Edgewood and all Big Ten selection at the University of Wisconsin. Had 2 great rounds, 74 at Bishops Bay yesterday, 72 at Cherokee today. And that included 4 birdies as Katie Elliott wins the Madison Women's City Golf Championship. And she wins it by 12 shots over Julie Schrader, with Marcy Dubler and Mary Welch tied for 3rd. 2-time champion and last year's winner Sarah DeCray finished 5th in the final round today at Cherokee. And what a great day to play golf today.
Yeah, we're in a great stretch of weather right now. Maybe rain, though, in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I do think that rain breaks up this night's stretch as we head into tomorrow. But tonight we can enjoy some more nice weather. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s right now across southern Wisconsin. Dew points still comfortable in the 50s and low 60s. Temperatures over the next 12 hours will be falling through the 70s and 60s, bottoming out in the low 60s by tomorrow morning. And for tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the upper 70s with a good amount of sunshine to start, but then the showers and thunderstorms build in during the afternoon and evening hours, and those thunderstorm chances will be with us into Friday. And for Saturday, a little bit, we do have some slight chances of showers and storms. I do think Sunday, though, will remain dry with temperatures in the low 80s on Sunday and Monday.
Dave, thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight. Polar Bear's loving it.
Have a great evening. We'll see you back here at 10.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.